There's a power in keeping certain parts of your life private. In a world that constantly pushes us to share everything, our dreams, our struggles, even our most personal moments, there's wisdom in holding back. Not everyone deserves to know your heart, your plans, or your journey. Some people will cheer for you, but others may quietly root against you. That's why it's so important to protect your peace, guard your energy, and remember this: what you keep private, you keep powerful. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Your heart is one of the most precious parts of who you are. It's the seat of your dreams, your desires, and your deepest emotions. It holds your passions, your hopes, and your vision for the future. But it's also a place that is vulnerable, a place where your weaknesses, fears, and hurts can reside. In the world we live in, it's easy to forget how valuable our hearts are. We're encouraged to be open, to let everyone in, to share everything about ourselves with the world. While openness and honesty are vital in building relationships, there are parts of your heart that should be guarded. Not everyone deserves access to those sacred spaces. Guarding your heart doesn't mean becoming cold or distant from others. It doesn't mean living with a wall around you that shuts people out entirely. Instead, it means being intentional about who you allow into your inner world. It means recognizing that some people, while they may have good intentions, are not equipped to handle the depth of your soul. Some people will not protect what you share, and worse, they may use it against you. Not everyone who asks about your life genuinely wants to see you thrive. Some are simply curious, while others may be more interested in the vulnerabilities they can exploit or the flaws they can point out. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to invite my best friends to come sit. When you guard your heart, you are taking responsibility for your well-being. You're choosing to be selective about who you allow to influence your life. You're making a conscious decision to surround yourself with people who will lift you up and protect the sacredness of your spirit. And it's important to remember that guarding your heart isn't about living in isolation or fear. It's about wisdom. You don't need to share everything with everyone. There are some things that are for you and the few people who have truly earned the right to know your most vulnerable self. The world will tell you to let your guard down, to be open, to trust freely, but the reality is that not everyone will value your heart in the way it deserves. People can disappoint, hurt, or betray you. Even the closest friends or family members, unintentionally, might not fully understand the depth of your emotional needs. And when that happens, it can be devastating. But when you've already established boundaries, when you've already guarded your heart, the sting isn't as sharp. You are better equipped to handle the challenges that come with human interaction. Guarding your heart also allows you to focus on the things that truly matter to you, your goals, your dreams, and your purpose. When you share too much with the wrong people, it's easy to get distracted. Opinions, doubts, and negativity can infiltrate your mind, making it difficult to stay focused on your path. But when you protect your heart, you also protect your peace. You create space for your dreams to grow, free from the noise and the judgment of others. Your heart becomes a sanctuary, a place where only positivity and encouragement are allowed to enter. And it's in this space that you can connect with your higher purpose, where you can nurture your passion and find the strength to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles that arise. Being wise with who you let into your heart also means respecting yourself enough to know when to walk away from relationships that drain you. Sometimes guarding your heart means knowing when it's time to distance yourself from toxic environments or people who aren't aligned with your values. It's not about being rude or cutting people off unnecessarily. It's about respecting your own emotional health and well-being. Ultimately, when you guard your heart, you are not just protecting yourself from harm, you are preserving the essence of who you are. You are valuing your dreams, your emotions, and your purpose enough to say, I deserve to be surrounded by those who will cherish and protect me. And in doing so, you allow yourself to grow into the best version of who you were always meant to be. There's an undeniable power in mystery, something alluring and magnetic about the things that are left unsaid, unseen, or unknown. In a world that thrives on instant information, where social media invites us to share every detail of our lives, there is something deeply refreshing about keeping certain parts of ourselves hidden. The power of mystery doesn't come from being elusive or deceptive. Rather, it comes from the strength of holding on to the parts of your life that are for you and you alone. When you embrace mystery, you create an aura of intrigue that invites respect and admiration. The things left unsaid are often more powerful than the things we openly share. People are naturally curious beings. We are wired to want to know more, to understand what's behind the closed doors of someone's life. But when everything is laid out in front of us, the curiosity fades. There's nothing left to discover. The beauty of mystery lies in its ability to spark the imagination and leave others wanting more. Think about the people you've encountered in life who didn't reveal everything about themselves. Perhaps they were quiet, reserved, or just seemed to have an air of confidence about them. They didn't need to share every detail of their life because they knew that the essence of who they were could not be reduced to a mere list of facts. It's that sense of mystery that makes them unforgettable. When you maintain an element of mystery in your own life, you keep others engaged. You don't give away all of your cards at once. You leave something for people to wonder about, to ponder. This doesn't mean you should hide your true self or pretend to be something you're not, but it does mean that you don't need to offer all the pieces of your story for the world to judge or comment on. Some things are better kept for the ones who truly take the time to get to know you, to understand your heart and mind. The power of mystery also allows you to retain control over your narrative. When you share too much too soon, you open yourself up to the influence of others. People can take your words, your actions, and use them against you. But when you guard certain aspects of your life, you retain the power to shape how you are seen, how you are understood, and how you want your story to unfold. The less people know, the more room there is for them to fill in the gaps with their own imagination, which often leads to admiration or curiosity rather than judgment. Another important aspect of mystery is that it gives you the freedom to evolve. When you're constantly sharing every detail about yourself, there's a tendency for others to hold on to a specific image of who you are, often based on your past or your past mistakes. But when you leave room for mystery, you're allowed to grow and change without being confined by others' perceptions. People may have an idea of who you are, but because you don't reveal everything, they can't fully define you. This gives you the space to redefine yourself as needed without being boxed into a specific label or role that others have placed on you. Mystery also fosters a sense of self-confidence. When you don't feel the need to explain every action, every decision, or every emotion to others, you're showing trust in your own intuition and choices. You are saying that you don't need external validation to be secure in who you are. This confidence is magnetic. Others respect it, admire it, and are drawn to it. People who can maintain a sense of mystery about themselves often exude an inner strength that others find inspiring. It's also important to recognize that mystery creates space for authenticity. When you choose to keep certain things private, you are not just protecting your own heart, but also ensuring that the connections you do have are meaningful. Relationships built on mystery are not about surface level exchanges or shallow conversations. Instead, they are about uncovering the layers over time, creating deep bonds based on mutual understanding and respect. The process of getting to know someone when there is still so much to discover is what makes relationships truly special. In a world where everything seems to be up for grabs, where every thought and feeling is shared with a click, mystery reminds us of the value of keeping something sacred. It teaches us that we don't need to give everything away to be known or loved. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply be ourselves and let others come to know us in their own time, in their own way, without the pressure of feeling we need to expose everything about ourselves. The power of mystery lies not in hiding, but in knowing when to keep certain parts of your soul just for you. The world that thrives on oversharing, where it seems like everyone is offering up their thoughts, experiences, and even their most private moments for public consumption, there is great wisdom in selective sharing. Not everything in your life needs to be shared, and not everyone is entitled to know every detail of your journey. Selective sharing is the art of choosing what parts of yourself you reveal and to whom, with the understanding that some aspects of your life are too valuable, too sacred to be exposed to just anyone. We live in an age where it's easy to overshare, particularly with the rise of social media platforms. It's tempting to post about every accomplishment, every emotion, and every experience. The desire to be seen and validated is natural. But when we share indiscriminately, we risk exposing ourselves to judgment, criticism, and even exploitation. Some people will appreciate your openness, while others may use what you've shared against you. Not everyone who asks for information or advice genuinely cares about you or has your best interest at heart. By selectively sharing, you ensure that what you reveal aligns with your values and supports your well-being. When you are selective about what you share, you maintain a sense of control over your narrative. You don't give away all the details of your life to anyone who comes along. Instead, you choose who is worthy of knowing certain aspects of your personal story. There are people in your life, those who have proven themselves to be trustworthy, supportive, and understanding, who deserve to hear your deepest fears, your greatest dreams, and your struggles. These people have earned the privilege of being a part of your life in a way that others haven't. And it's important to recognize that not everyone needs to be included in the most intimate corners of your heart. Selective sharing doesn't mean being dishonest or closed off. It means you are discerning about the level of intimacy you allow others to have with you. It means knowing that some conversations are meant to be private, reserved for those you trust implicitly, while others are better left unspoken or shared with a wider audience if you feel comfortable. For example, your triumphs and challenges may be better discussed with close friends or family members who understand your journey rather than posted for the world to see. It's about recognizing the value of privacy and knowing that not every moment needs to be broadcast for validation or approval. There's also a sense of empowerment in selective sharing. The more you choose to reveal to others, the more they become a part of your emotional world. While this can lead to deep and meaningful relationships, it also opens you up to the possibility of hurt. People may not always handle your vulnerability with care, and when you share too much, you may end up feeling exposed or misunderstood. By being selective, you protect yourself from emotional exhaustion or the sting of rejection. You're giving yourself the space to grow to process your emotions privately, and to determine for yourself who is worthy of knowing your innermost thoughts. Another aspect of selective sharing is that it can help you maintain your focus on what matters most. When you're constantly sharing your thoughts and experiences, it can be easy to get distracted by others' opinions. You might begin to seek validation from people who don't truly understand your journey. Or worse, you might start to alter your path based on the feedback of others. Selectively sharing helps you stay grounded in your own vision and keeps you from losing sight of your goals. The less you share with those who don't understand or support you, the more energy and attention you can devote to the people and things that align with your true purpose. Selective sharing is also about protecting your energy. There's a certain power in what is left unsaid. People often feel the need to comment on everything, and while some feedback is helpful, not all of it is necessary. When you choose carefully what you share, you limit the distractions and noise that come from unsolicited opinions. You don't need everyone's input to feel validated. The opinions that matter most are those of the people who are invested in your success and well-being. Sharing selectively helps you protect your peace and preserve your emotional strength. Finally, selective sharing is a form of self-respect. You are saying, I value myself enough to know that some parts of my life are for me alone. This respect for your own boundaries strengthens your sense of self-worth, and allows you to move through life with confidence. You no longer feel the pressure to please everyone or to explain yourself to those who aren't deserving of your time and energy. You become more deliberate in how you interact with the world, choosing quality over quantity in your relationships and in the way you present yourself. In the end, selective sharing isn't about keeping people out. It's about creating space for the right people to enter. It's about trusting your instincts, respecting your privacy, and honoring the sacredness of your personal journey. When you embrace the art of selective sharing, you protect your emotional well-being, maintain control over your narrative, and create deeper, more meaningful connections with those who truly matter. In today's fast-pacing world, it's easy to get caught up in the demands of daily life, the expectations of others, and the constant stream of information that surrounds us. We are constantly giving of ourselves, whether it's through our work, our relationships, or the multitude of obligations that we feel compelled to meet. But in the process, we often neglect one of the most important aspects of our well-being, our energy. Protecting your energy is about learning how to maintain balance, ensuring that you aren't giving so much of yourself that you have nothing left for the things that truly matter. It's about understanding that your energy is a finite resource, and you must guard it with the same care you would guard your most valuable possession. Your energy is what fuels you through each day, what gives you the strength to pursue your passions, face challenges, and create meaningful connections. When you give too much of it to situations or people who drain you, it leaves you feeling exhausted, depleted, and disconnected from your true purpose. You may begin to feel overwhelmed, as if you're running on empty, and no matter how hard you push, you're never able to recharge. This is why protecting your energy is so crucial. It allows you to maintain your vitality, focus, and emotional well-being. Connecting with God in the Word every day, committing yourself to it. One of the most important aspects of protecting your energy is learning to say no. We're often taught to be accommodating, to put others' needs before our own, to be helpful at all costs. While generosity and kindness are virtues, it's equally important to recognize that you can't pour from an empty cup. When you say yes to every request or obligation, you are giving away pieces of your energy, often without considering the impact it has on your own well-being. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. It allows you to conserve your energy for the people and activities that align with your values and your goals. By setting healthy boundaries and learning to prioritize your needs, you can prevent emotional and physical burnout. Another key aspect of protecting your energy is being mindful of the people you allow into your life. Not everyone deserves your time, attention, or emotional investment. Some people will lift you up, encourage you, and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Others, however, may drain you. These individuals may be toxic, negative, or emotionally demanding, leaving you feeling drained after every interaction. While it's important to be compassionate and understanding, you must also recognize when someone's energy is no longer serving you in a positive way. Letting go of relationships that are draining is one of the most powerful ways to protect your energy. Surround yourself with people who empower you, who bring out the best in you, and who respect your boundaries. Similarly, protecting your energy involves being selective about the situations you expose yourself to. We live in a world where negativity and stress are all around us, whether it's through the media, conversations with others, or the constant pressure to perform. These external factors can have a significant impact on our energy levels. Constant exposure to negative news, toxic conversations, or environments that drain us can leave us feeling hopeless and overwhelmed. It's important to create a space for yourself that nurtures your mental and emotional health. This might mean limiting your time on social media, avoiding toxic discussions, or stepping away from environments that are filled with negativity. Taking time to unplug and recharge is essential for protecting your energy. By curating the spaces you occupy, both physically and mentally, you can ensure that your energy remains focused on what truly matters. Self-care is another vital component of protecting your energy. Taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When you prioritize self-care, you are investing in your well-being and replenishing your energy reserves. This might involve getting enough sleep, eating nourishing food, exercising, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. But most important, it also includes taking time to meditate, reflect, or practice mindfulness, allowing yourself to reconnect with your inner self and find peace amidst the chaos. Self-care helps you to restore balance in your life, ensuring that you have the strength and clarity to face whatever comes your way. Protecting your energy is also about being mindful of the thoughts you allow to occupy your mind. Negative thinking can be just as draining as negative people. If you constantly worry, overthink, or ruminate on past mistakes, you are depleting your energy without realizing it. It's important to cultivate a mindset that supports your growth and well-being. Practice focusing on the positive, let go of things that no longer serve you, and challenge yourself to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. By training your mind to stay positive and focused on your goals, you are preserving your energy for the things that truly matter. Finally, protecting your energy means trusting yourself. It means recognizing when you need to step back, rest, or say no. It means trusting your instincts when something feels off or when a situation is draining you. When you honor your own needs and trust your inner guidance, you're taking control of your energy and ensuring that it is being used in a way that serves your highest good. You are not a machine, and you don't need to constantly be on the go. Your energy is precious, and it deserves to be treated with the respect it deserves. In the end, protecting your energy is not just about avoiding negativity. It's about creating a life that nourishes and sustains you. It's about filling your life with people, activities, and thoughts that uplift you so that you can be the best version of yourself. When you protect your energy, you are not only taking care of yourself, but you are also setting the stage for greater success, happiness, and fulfillment. By conserving your energy and directing it toward what truly matters, you are ensuring that you have the strength to live your life with purpose and passion. And this is an old saying that goes, time reveals all things. It suggests that over the course of time, the truth will come to light. What may seem hidden or unclear in the present will eventually be revealed through the passage of time. This is a powerful truth that applies to every aspect of our lives, from our relationships to our personal growth, our careers, and our dreams. In a world where things can often feel rushed and where we are constantly pressured to make decisions quickly, it's important to remember that time has a way of sorting things out and unveiling what is real, authentic, and true. In relationships, this truth is especially evident. When we first meet someone, whether a friend, partner, or colleague, we don't always know their true character or intentions. Time is the test that reveals who people truly are. In the beginning, everyone puts on a facade. We show our best sides, the parts of ourselves that we want others to see. But over time, the truth begins to surface. People's true nature, their values, and their intentions gradually reveal themselves through their actions, words, and choices. Divinely inspired leaders are those who actually learn a truth by experiencing it, and then turn that intention into action. What may seem perfect at first may reveal its imperfections as time passes. This is why it's so important to be patient and allow time to unfold the reality of any situation. It's easy to get caught up in first impressions or to rush into relationships and decisions, but time gives us the gift of clarity. It allows us to see things for what they truly are, not just what we want them to be. So, this principle also applies to personal growth and self-discovery. We all go through phases in life where we question who we are, where we're headed, and what we truly want. At times we may feel uncertain or lost, and we may look for quick answers or solutions. But time has a way of guiding us. The challenges we face, the experiences we go through, and the lessons we learn all contribute to our growth. With time, we begin to understand ourselves more deeply. We start to recognize the patterns in our lives and learn from our past mistakes. The person you were a year ago is not the person you are today, and the person you are today will not be the same person a year from now. Time reveals the strength you didn't know you had, the wisdom you've gained, and the dreams you've outgrown. The truth of who you are unfolds gradually, and it often takes time to realize the full scope of your potential. In careers and professional endeavors, time plays a crucial role in revealing the truth about our abilities, our passions, and our direction in life. Many people start out in a particular job or career path with certain expectations, only to find that as time goes on, their interests and aspirations shift. What once seemed like the perfect fit may eventually feel limiting or unsatisfying. Conversely, the passion for something you initially overlooked may emerge over time, revealing a hidden talent or interest that propels you forward in ways you didn't expect. Success, too, is a gradual process. It's easy to look at someone who seems to have everything figured out and think that their success came overnight. But time is the ultimate factor that reveals the truth behind any achievement. Behind every successful person is a journey, often long and filled with setbacks, that reveals the truth of their dedication, their hard work, and their perseverance. Success doesn't happen in an instant. It's the result of time spent learning, growing, and evolving.